Washington's mask mandate takes effect tomorrow. It requires face coverings in public spaces like businesses and offices. Anyone outdoors must cover their nose and mouth when they cannot stay 6 feet away from others. But the state says some people are trying to dodge the mask requirement by claiming they have a disability. Good evening. Welcome to King 5 News. I'm Mark Wright.
I'm Joyce Taylor. The idea is not sitting well with a lot of people. King 5's Ted Lance shows us what the law actually allows and who isn't meant to help.
Some people with disabilities are exempt from the state's mask requirement. Health officials are concerned people might try to take advantage of those exemptions, and they're warning of a fraud that's now spreading on social media.
Lacey Pyre's 9-year-old daughter, Rain, has autism and sensory sensitivity. She has difficulty with any unfamiliar sensations like wearing a mask.
It's not just that it's irritating or uncomfortable, it can be painful. Like it can cause them physical pain to have, fabric in areas of their body that they're not used to, or these straps behind their ears that they can feel.
People who have breathing problems, severe anxiety, claustrophobia, cerebral palsy, or autism might not be able to wear face masks and are exempted from Washington's mask requirement. The state is warning that some people might claim a disability just so they don't have to wear a mask indoors. They point to a fraud circulating on Facebook. Homemade flyers and cards like this one claim the holder does not have to wear a mask in public, and under the Americans with Disabilities Act, they don't have to say why. It warns of fines to any business that questions the validity of the card and says denying access will be reported to the, quote, Freedom to Breathe Agency, a made-up group whose website and Facebook pages have been taken down.
It's definitely frustrating because those laws are in place to protect people who actually need them. And it's frustrating for a family like mine who is doing everything we possibly can to keep our daughter safe, including literally not taking her anywhere for the last 4 months. So to hear that people are taking advantage of that it definitely makes my blood boil a little bit.
The state says a business cannot be forced to allow you inside. They can, however, make reasonable accommodations for people with disabilities who cannot wear a mask. Those accommodations include wearing a loose scarf or a face shield, doing curbside delivery or online ordering, or just doing business over the phone. In Seattle, Ted Land, King 5 News.
Ted, thank you. The governor met with hospital workers, grocery store employees, and other essential workers in Spokane today. The area is seeing a spike in cases and hospitalizations after moving into phase 2 of reopening. Governor said based on his observations, not many people there are wearing masks, and he offered a warning.
Spokane is not in an explosive situation right now like Yakima is, but it is on the verge potentially of getting into that realm. And that's why we're really concerned.
This is the situation in Yakima. There are more than 6,600 confirmed cases. Of those, 468 people have been hospitalized. 149 have died. The only county with more coronavirus cases in the state is King County, which has more than 8 times as many residents. Despite the surge, the Yakima County Sheriff will not enforce the mask order, saying from the beginning of the COVID-19 crisis, my position has been engagement and education over enforcement. It is a position shared by law enforcement throughout the state. Deputies will not be stopping, detaining, citing, or arresting people who are in public without a face covering.
In Pierce County, the spike in cases is now threatening its reopening. The head of the Tacoma-Pierce County Health Department says the county has not stayed below the required 2-week average of 25 new COVID cases per 100,000 residents.
We are above the limit. Now, the governor has so far not pushed anyone back, but people just need to realize it is written in Safe Start that they can do that.
Dr. Anthony Chen says if the public wants to avoid a pause in reopening, people need to wear masks, especially inside places like stores. Tonight, the Tacoma School Board approved a plan to eliminate dozens of paraeducators.
We do not take this, we do not take this lightly, and we will work hard to see what we can do. And I just want people to know that it is not something that we're being cavalier about. We are not.
So paras perform a variety of jobs, including teacher's aide, playground monitors, crossing guard duty. They also work alongside students with special needs. Superintendent Carla Santorno said that special education students who need an aide will still get one. The board says the decision was not actually about money, but because they need to have fewer people in classrooms next year because of the pandemic. So during the meeting, the board also approved a new contract for the superintendent, which included a raise.